An apple a day keeps fears away. Just joking. I'm never gonna leave. Start the show. What's up, guys? Fears. Audience, fears. Actually, it's an apple a day keeps the doctor away. Pretty good apple. Coffee first. Yummy. There we go. Well, I hope you guys are doing great. That was too big of a bite. Excuse me. Give me 1 second. There we are. Well, I hope you guys are doing great. I hope you guys are doing awesome. I hope you guys are doing fantastic. I got my Super RetroCon shirt on. Shout out to my friend Dave and my friend Jeff for doing conventions. That's right. Dave is awesome from Missouri. Jeff is awesome from Florida. They put on some great cons, man. Shout out to Jeff, the convention master. That's right. Well, we had a pretty good live yesterday. It was a very enjoyable Saturday, I have to say. I did a bunch of laundry. I did some editing. So the new vlog coming out, it's almost here. Hopefully, I'll have it up before 12 tonight, because I'd like to get it up tonight and have a late showing with you guys, but we'll see. After this, I'm going to have some dinner. I'm going to take a shower. I'm going to get right back on the job of editing, so we'll see. We'll see. But I hope everybody else's Saturday was pretty good. Mine was real quiet. Like I said, I just stayed home. I watched a movie. I watched Deja Vu. I did not get to Flight Plan, but I'm going to watch Flight Plan tonight. So, yeah. Last night, I finished Season 2 of Little House on the Prairie. So, I finished Season 2, so I'm going to review Season 2 today, and then we're going to review Deja Vu. Good movie, by the way. If you've never seen this movie, pretty good. Not too shabby, my friends. Not too shabby. So I watched a movie today. I did some editing. I went and got my car washed because it was getting quite dirty. I filled it up with gas. I talked to my mom, and then I pretty much, edited a little while. But that was my Saturday. So a nice little Saturday. Nothing too epic. Recharging the batteries. Tomorrow is church, and a little bit of those Blu-ray gems. That's right. So, because after church, I'm probably going to go to Barnes & Noble and try to find some more gems. Will I find any? Most likely I'll find something. They always have a good selection, so we'll just have to wait and see what I find. The last time I found Cherry 2000. I found the Bogans, which, where is it? Where did I put the Bogans? Where are you? Where are you? I don't know where the Bogans is. I still need to watch the Warriors. Oh, there it is, Bogans. I still need to watch the Bogans, and I still need to watch the Warriors. Bukaki suggested this. Crumble suggested this. And Visions. So, I need to watch this soon. You know what? I think I'll watch the Warriors tonight and Flight Plan. There it is. Those are my 2 watches for tonight. I hope I can get to both of them. That's right. All right. Sweet. Sweet. All right, let's open up the chat. Eventually I'll get to the Bogans because it has some pretty hilarious dialogue. One guy looks at another guy and he's all like, man, what the hell was that in the mine shaft? And the guy says something like, I don't know, but it scared the shit out of me. I shit my pants, you know? And when he said that, I about fucking lost my mind. Anyway, today's topics are, we're going to review this, and we're going to review Season 2 of this. Then we're going to do kind of a revamp of a Lego build. So we all remember this. This is the dinosaur, that is a big pile of shit build. And then we all remember, you guys remember that build? That build. This is my least favorite build, but that build had a lot of brown pieces to it. And I thought, I can add the brown pieces to this piece of poop and make an even bigger piece of poop. And then I'm going to dedicate it to Lantern because I thought I was the shit master. Lantern is without a doubt the shit master. So it's more of a revamping because I'm only going to debut the best Lego builds in my room. That's right, y'all. So there we are. So a revamping. And then, if there's time, we'll take some deep questions. Alright. There we are. Let's open up the Chizat. And then, and then the last thing, we're going to do a top 10. So the top 10 Little House on the Prairie episode 2 episodes. I'm going to pick 10. There we are. Alright. Open up the chat here. There we are. Alright, here we go. Yo, Steven! What's up, dude? He says, hell yeah, my favorite podcast, back again. I'm always here, man. Well, let me call Lantern and let him know that I'm streaming so more people can get here. Show the mix Halloween, Christmas, and every other holiday. This is true. This is very true. Why? Because I love holidays. By the way, it's Happy Armed Forces Day. So shout out to all the all the people in the armed forces. Anyway, let me call Lantern real quick and let him know that I'm live. Let him share the link. If he doesn't, then I'll share the link in the Discord. There we are. He could be napping. Hang on. Oh, he could be napping. I may have to share the link myself. That's all right. I will share the link, my friends. So just give me 1 second. I'm going to tell everybody in the Discord that I'm live, so people will get here. Just give me 1 second. Let me just sign in. Normally, I don't have to do this. Normally, Lantern's right there, but I guess he's sleeping or he's busy with his family or he's doing something. But not a problem. Let me just sign into the Discord. Give me 1 second here. Sorry to hold you guys up. There we go. Yeah, I've heard good things about the Warriors, so I can't wait to watch it tonight. All right, there we are. I'm signed in. There we are. There we are. Oh, apparently I've been murdered. Bukaki wrote a... John Fears murdered by Mr. Lantern during an act of passion. Oh, wow. That's nuts. It's pretty crazy. It's pretty funny, but crazy. You pranksters. You pranksters. Oh, Lord. Lord, oh, Lord, oh, Lord, oh, Lord. Wow, 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 wow. Well, I wasn't expecting that. Wow. Well, Lantern says, Fears is alive. I am alive. Apparently to Bukaki, I died. I died. Wow, y'all. So what are the views today? The views today, my friend, are coming. Let me just... I was checking out the Discord, seeing what everyone's doing. I'm going to share the link. And hopefully more people will come in. There we are. So, just give me a second. Let's see here. But yeah, apparently I died again. Again. I don't know how. I thought it was funny. So I shared it. I shared the live. Nice. Someone shared another Lego build besides me. That's cool. Someone did a kitty cat Lego build. Wow. It's cool. It's cool. Let's see here. I'm going to tell everyone that I'm alive, and then I'll be back with you guys. Give me 1 second. Yo! It's Fears. I'm alive. Apparently, people thought I was dead. Again. So, now I'm a zombie. But I am alive. So, come and hang out at my live stream. I am streaming right now. That's random. It's random to think that people would think that I'm dead for, I don't know what reason, but apparently I'm dead. I thought it was funny. There was a gravestone and everything. Pretty funny shit. There we are. All right, well, everyone knows I'm live. There we go. And let's just continue on. I'm going to try to call Lantern later, though. I'm going to try to call Lantern later and see where is everybody. Well, I mean, it is Saturday, and it's 5 o'clock. So sometimes people work on Saturdays. I don't work on Saturdays, but some people do. But anyway, we'll just continue right along, shall we? So, yeah. It feels like winter, but it's summer. Why do you feel that? Why do you feel that way, Steven? I don't think it's winter. You know, to each their own, but I'm just saying, it's nice and sunny out today, you know? It definitely doesn't feel like winter to me, buddy. But yeah. Anyway, speaking of the weather, let's do the weather, shall we? Let's do the weather. Here we go. So, I mean, it's quite hot outside. In Orlando, Florida, it's 93 degrees with a high of 94 and a low of 71. In Los Angeles, California, it's 62 degrees with a high of 64 and a low of 54. In Wentzville, Missouri, where I'm from, it is 73 with a high of 74 and a low of 58. Damn. In St. Louis, Missouri, where I was born, it is 73 with a high of 74 and a low of 82. I'm sorry, 62, excuse me. I misread that. My eyesight is going. 62, excuse me. In New York City, It's 81 degrees with a high of 82 and a low of 63. In my city where I live, it's 91 with a high of 93 and a low of 68. And in London, it is 59 degrees with a high of 67 and a low of 52. So that's not too bad. That's not too bad. Anyway, fears the weatherman. Hell yeah. Why wouldn't I? And guys, more conventions are coming up. I spoke to my buddy Jeff yesterday, and he said, he goes, hey man, where have you been? And I've just been like, man, I've been so busy. I've been working. I've been editing. I've been vlogging. I've been going nuts. So I said, it's on the way. It's definitely on the way. But I'm taking May off to catch up on my vlogging. And in June and July, man, I'm starting the conventions back on the attack, Jack. That's right, y'all. I don't use State Farm. I got this free mug at a convention. At a convention. So, I was at a convention and I walked by and they're on their table. And I grabbed a pen. I grabbed a little notebook. Because I'm always writing notes. Case in point here. And he said, hey, you want a mug? And I was like, I'll take I said, is it free? And he goes, yeah, it's free. And I went, I'll take a free mug. It's been on the show many times. Anyway, we got 3 people watching. What's up? Hopefully there'll be a little bit more, as we go along. I wrote everybody and told them, this is what I wrote. Because apparently everyone thought in the Discord I was dead. I don't know why. I said, yo, it's Fears. LOL. I'm alive. Apparently people thought I was dead again. So now I'm a zombie. LOL. But I am alive. I said, come and hang out at my live. Like, come, one and all, at my live. I'm streaming right now. So hopefully people will see that. And then I put the video in there. So yeah. I gotta say, I watched some pretty cool trailer reactions yesterday. So I want to thank Visions and Bukaki and I think Crumbles. All 3 of them for always suggesting good videos. Good videos. I'd say the one that I enjoyed watching the most, probably No Escape. No Escape looked the coolest to me. There you go. Now people are seeing it. What's up, guys? 5 people are here. What's up? I think it took everybody a second, but what up, everybody? Let's see. Steven says, I've been watching the Indiana Jones movies, and I'm on the last one. Nice! The Indiana Jones series. I'll be honest, the 5th one is kind of crap. Yo, Daniela, what's up? Good to see you. Good to see you, Daniela. She says, happy Saturday. Well, happy Saturday to you. I appreciate that. Steven says, my favorite one so far is The Last Crusade. Yeah, that one's good. That one's really good. That one's good. My least favorite is The Dial of Destiny, Steven, if I'm being honest. The Dial of Destiny, it's got its charms here and there, but it's all about Temple of Doom, man. Temple of Doom is the shit. Anyway, everybody put in the chat what your favorite movie is of all time. You guys know what I'm going to write. I'm going to write a little bit of that Ghostbusters. So I'm going to write, I'll go first. So Ghost, there we are, Ghostbusters. There's Fears. You put your favorite movie in the chat and you let me know. Well, like I said, today's topics are, we're reviewing 2 movies. Today I watched a little bit of Deja Vu. And then last night I had a binge, a watch binge, and I finished season 2 of Little House on the Prairie. So we're going to review it. Then I'm going to do a top 10 list. Then we're going to answer some deep questions off the internet. And then we're going to continue the big piece of poop Lego build. That's right. Mine is Back to the Future. That's a good one. Daniela, which one's your favorite? Let me know. So yeah, that's cool. Yeah, but which one? Back to the Future 1 2, 3? I mean, I like all of them, but let me know. I'd say number 2 is my favorite because everybody wants to go to the future. You know, I wouldn't mind going to the past if I'm being honest, but I think people would want to go to the future more than the past. You know, because you've already, the past, you've already been there, you've done that. The future, you're like, well, I want to see what's going on in the future. I want to see what I'm about to do, you know? Like, will Fierce take a Crohn's dump, you know, in 10 minutes? Could be. If I had a time machine, I would go and check it out. All right. Let's start things off with a bang. Let's do a movie review, shall we? We haven't done one in quite a while. All right. So, let me get my notes out. There we are. I hope everybody's having a good day. Well, we did have 7 people, and now we're down to 3 people. What the hell? It's jumping all over the place. Well, they come, they go, they come and they go. Hopefully everyone will be back, you know. There it is. I think everybody's just so busy on a Saturday. Usually Saturdays are like this. I should have went live a little bit later, because normally the later I go, the more people show up because, you know, everyone's at home. People could be working. People could be hanging out with their family. People could be on a date. Whatever. That's usually the reason why it's always, you know, here, there, and everywhere. So, yeah. Let me just send someone a message. There we are. Alrighty. Let's see. Daniela says, favorite chick flick are Pride and Prejudice, and then Kate and Leopold. That's 3 though. That's 3. I will admit, Kate and Leopold is pretty good. I wouldn't call Kate and Leopold a chick flick, Danielle. That's more of a romantic comedy. But definitely the first one, Pride and Prejudice. That's definitely a chick flick. So yeah. And then Daniela says, my favorite horror movie is The Sixth Sense and The Shining. Again, I wouldn't call The Sixth Sense really a horror film. That's more of a psychological thriller, but definitely The Shining. Definitely The Shining is, for sure, a horror film. I like that one. Jack Nicholson style. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. But Daniela, have you seen John Carpenter's 1978 classic Halloween with Michael Myers? That's my favorite. That's my favorite. Oh, yeah. Because if you're going to go classic, right there. Yeah. So, The Sixth Sense, it's more of a psychological thriller, but definitely, I do agree with you. The Shining is for sure a horror movie. All right. Let's get to a little bit of deja vu. All right, so there we are. So deja vu. Let me just write it down. I'm gonna give this one a It's not a bad watch. It's not a good watch. It's an enjoyable watch. It's right in the middle. I'm gonna give it an 8 out of 10. 8 out of 10. 8 out of 10. It is a thriller. Thriller / action adventure. So, action, adventure, thriller. Stars Denzel, the great Denzel. Great Denzel. Great actor. Great acting. So yeah. Excuse me for a second. I'm gonna turn on my fan. It's getting a little hot in here because it's so hot out there. So just give me 1 second. It's really hot. So 2 seconds. And I need to use the restroom, so I'll be right back. So let me just put this to the side. I'll be right back. So you guys just study this. and I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. I'm sorry about the delay. There we are. Ugh. Sorry about the delay, you guys. All right, so Deja Vu. Here we go. Let's see. Daniela says, yes, it's considered the greatest horror film because of its psychological thriller as well. No blood, suspense, music. Oh, yeah. The Shining, it's one of the best ones. In my opinion, it's not the best, but it's one of the best ones. You got so many horror movies. You got the monster movies with Dracula, and Frankenstein. You got the boogeymen like Freddy and Jason and Michael. So, yeah. All right. Where were we? But it's one of the best ones. All right, so Deja Vu. We got an 8 out of 10, action-adventure thriller. The great Denzel, good acting. It's a time travel. It's a time travel movie. So, time travel movie. Danielle says, no, I meant Halloween. Oh, then I agree with you. Yes, Halloween is probably the greatest, one of the greatest horror films of all time. At least in my heart, it is the greatest. So, I agree. So, this is a time travel movie. And basically, he plays Doug. And there's a great bombing that takes place in New Orleans. And he has to figure out why someone blew up the ferry, how they blew up the ferry. And the government calls him up and says, well, we've got some unique time frames, and we've created a device that will help us look back into the past 4 days, 6 hours. And they can't go forward, and they can't go back like 9 days. It's always, they can only look back. They can only look back. It's always the same. 4 days and 6 hours. That's what it is. Excuse me. I'm a little tired. So they can always look back 4 days, 6 hours. They can't go into the future. They can't go back 11 days. It's always 4 hours. I keep fucking this up. I'm so damn tired. Fucking hell. It's always 4 days, 6 hours. Jesus Christ. My God. Sorry. I'm tired. I need more of this. Fucking hell. Yo! Bukaki. Now, see, you are correct. That's the greatest zombie movie. Return of the Living Dead is the greatest zombie movie. Is that your favorite movie, Bukaki? Because I told everybody to put their favorite movie in the chat. Anyway. I'm sorry for fucking this up. I am tired. I was trying to say 4 days and 6 hours. How simple was that? I kept saying 4 hours, 4 minutes, and I'm like, fuck! So yeah, 4 days and 6 hours. It's always constant in this movie. They can always look back 4 days and 6 hours. They can't go 11 days into the future. They can't go 11 days into the past. It's 4 days and 6 hours they can look back. So, yeah. So, Doug and this unique time travel team looked back and they said, we need your help to figure out who is the bomber, how he did it, where he did it, what supplies he got, blah, blah, blah. So he helps them solve the crime. And in progress, parallel to this, solving the bomber crime, he also helps her live. And the only way to do that is he fights with this team. And he goes back into the past, saves her, and prevents this guy from bombing up the ferry. So yeah. I loved it. Again, it wasn't the best psychological thriller I've seen. It's not really a psychological. It's a action adventure thriller time travel movie. So it's all three. It's bam, bam, bam. It's got the great Denzel in it. Great acting. Good concept for a film. I'll write that down. Good concept for a film. My two favorite scenes, probably, let's see here. I mean, the whole movie's pretty good. It's going to be hard to pick two. Let's see here. Probably when he goes back into the past, he wakes up in a hospital, and they have to revive him. So, that's a great scene. That's probably my favorite scene. So he travels back through time, ends up in a hospital. So ends up in a hospital. And then number two, probably the second greatest scene is when once he's in the past, he saves her. And he has to go through a whole world of shit to save her. So those are probably my two favorite scenes. So yeah. He saves the girl. Why wouldn't you save the girl? You gotta be the hero. You gotta be the swashbuckling hero, motherfucker. That's right. Let me catch up with the chat here. Steven says, part 2 is my favorite. 1 is great, but 3 is not good. Oh, what? From the Halloween series? I disagree, Steven. 1 is absolutely fantastic. 2, I would probably give it a 9 out of 10. And 3, it's so bad, it's good. Halloween 3. I love it. Let's see here. Oh, I thought you meant Halloween. You meant from Back to the Future. I like all 3 Back to the Future. 1 is good, 2 is good, 3 is good. 2 is my favorite, though. When they do a hover conversion on the DeLorean time machine. All of those are good. So I don't have a problem with the trilogy. I don't think they should make a 4th one. Back to the Future 1, 2, and 3, it's good as is. There doesn't need to be a number 4. At all. Let's see. Bukaki says, oh no, I just got here. Favorite movie is a tough one. Maybe The Big Lebowski. Yeah, The Big Lebowski is pretty good, Bukaki. He goes, wait a minute. Let me explain something. I am not Mr. Lebowski. You're Mr. Lebowski. I'm the dude. So, I mean, that's what you call me. Either you can call me His Dudeness or El Dudorito if you're not into the whole brevity thing, or His Holiness the Dude. He goes nuts with that, and I love it. That's not even my favorite scene, Bukaki. My favorite scene is at the very end, where that guy in a cowboy hat is doing that long ending. He's like, well, that about sums her up, and he's like, hey friend, you got any of that good sarsaparilla? And then all of a sudden, he turns, and the Big Lebowski, the dude shows up, and he's all like, hey man, what's going on? And he's like, I didn't expect to see you here. And he goes, oh man, I wouldn't miss the semis. How's things been going? And he's like, strikes and gutters, ups and downs. And he's like, sure, I gotcha. And he's like, well, take care, man. Got to get back. And he's like, take care. See you later, dude. He goes, oh, yeah. I know that you will. And then the dude just turns around and he says, well, yeah. The dude abides. And then he walks away. And then the old cowboy guy's like, the dude abides. I don't know about you, but I take comfort in that. It's good knowing he's out there. The dude. Taking her easy for all of us sinners. Well, that about sums her up. And he goes, it was a pretty good story. Across the sands of time and all this other crap. And then he just looks at the screen and goes, oh, look at me. I'm rambling again. Well, I hope you folks enjoyed yourself. And then he does that with his hat. He goes, catch you on later down the trail. That's the greatest scene, Bukkake. That whole ending. It's fucking great. It's perfect. You don't have to change a scene, a line of dialogue. That ending is fucking perfect. It's perfect. It's great. You don't need to change it. It's a masterpiece. Danielle says, Fear's psychological thrillers are great. Oh, they are. They are. I do like it. I do like a good psychological thriller. They are nice. They are quite nice. Hey, Bukkake, did you know in the Discord that I died? Listen to this. Bukkake put up a little picture. I thought it was funny. You put up a little picture. I just want to read this. Bukkake made up a little picture. I actually saved the picture, Bukkake, because I thought it was funny. I may put it on my Instagram. I thought it was funny. He says, here lies John Fears, murdered by Mr. Lantern during an act of passion. All right now, y'all. First of all, that would never happen, because one, Lantern's my friend. Two, I'm not gay. If I was going to die of an act of passion, I would rather it be, with a lady. And you guys know, Fears, I'm a charmer. I'm a romancer. I do okay with the ladies, but there's no way that Fears will be taken out by an act of passion. No. So, F for presentation, Bukkake, but an A+ on the hilarious factor. So, F for presentation, but an A+ on the hilarious factor. I thought it was funny. All right, so let's see. What else we got? Deja Vu, 8 out of 10. Thriller, action, adventure. The great Denzel stars in it. Great acting. Good concept for a film. My two favorite scenes, he travels back in time, ends up in a hospital. Number 2, he saves the girl. Let's see. What other notes? What other notes do I want to add to this? To me, it's one of Denzel's best. So, one of Denzel's best. And then I'm going to move on, because that's all the notes I got from it. One of Denzel's best. It's not his best. It's one of his bests, though, yeah. Anyway, check it out. Oh, wait. I highly recommend it. So, I highly recommend it. Check it out. All right. Let's see here. I like the scene where Walter destroys the wrong guy's car. That's a good one. That's a really good one. Danielle says, wow, Fears, the movie master. Well, I appreciate that, Danielle. Other people in the community think Jason is the movie master. No, crap, garbage. He's off being a father and growing a weird, Marilyn Manson, goatee and mustache and beard and long-ass hippie hair that looks like he hasn't washed it in about a month. Really weird fucking dude. Weird fucking dude. I mean, beyond belief weird fucking dude. And he claims to be the movie master. Again, crap, garbage. I'm the fucking movie master. And I always will be. For him to shudder the thought that he would even try to be the movie master. Oh, no, 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 no. But anyway, I appreciate the sentiment, Danielle. I really do. I appreciate that. Let's see. Bukaki says, the average is out to a C grade. I can work with it. What are you talking about, Bukaki? Oh, the movie? I wouldn't call Deja Vu a C+. An 8 out of 10 is more like a B. A 7 out of 10 would be a C+. An 8 out of 10 is... An 8 or a 9 is a B, and then a 10 out of 10 is an A. That's what I'm saying. So, yeah. All right. Moving right along here. I finished season 2 of Little House on the Prairie. My intent is to watch all the seasons, review them one by one, and then I'm going to pick my 10 favorite episodes like I always do. So, let's get on it. Season 2. Season 2. So, season 2 of Little House on the Prairie. Now, Bukaki, I'm not calling you out. You did say this was boring. And again, to each their own. Everyone's got their favorite things. I don't expect all of you guys to like everything that Fierce likes. That's just not psychological. That's not logical. Everyone's got their own likes. I like this because of a couple of factors. I used to watch it with my grandma. If I didn't watch it with my grandma, then I watched it with my mom and my dad. So I have a lot of memories with my family watching this great TV show. It won a lot of awards. It made television history. Michael Landon, this guy right here, he's a great actor. Right here. He's a great actor. He's since passed away, but he's a great... He loved the concept of this idea so much. He directed most of the episodes. Every once in a while, he would take a break and let his friend Victor French, the guy that had the angel hat on in Highway to Heaven, the guy with the beard, he would either let his friend direct when he didn't feel like directing, and then every once in a while there'd be like guest directors, but usually he wrote a lot of the episodes and he directed a lot of the episodes. And if he didn't write, then one of his friends wrote it. And most people don't know that this show was based on the real life person. There was a real life person, Laura Ingalls. Well, before she got married, she was Laura Ingalls. And then when she got married, it was Laura Ingalls Wilder. And when she was 60 years old, she wrote a bunch of books on her personal experiences on the prairie. And Michael Landon and the producer of this television show, they both found the books and said, this would make a great television show. And before Laura Ingalls died, they called her and said, we love your books about your life on the prairie. Can we get the rights to all your books? Because she wrote a bunch. She wrote The Little House on the Prairie. She wrote The Big House on the Prairie. She wrote about 9 or 10 books. And they were really thick books. And she said, oh yeah, that'd be great. And then they went with it. So it's semi-based on a true story. It's all of her adventures as a kid and as a young adult and then an adult on the prairie. And then when she was 60, she took all of her best memories and wrote out all of her memories into like I said, 9 or 10 books. I don't actually know how many books. It's around 9 or 10. So yeah. So those are some of the reasons why I like the series. So based on a true story, based on the real Laura Ingalls, it's family friendly, so anyone can watch it. I used to watch it with my family, so I'm gonna put that down. I used to watch it with my family. There we are. Let's see here. Oh, I got you, Bukaki. I forgot about that. He says, "No, you gave me both an A and an F for the grade equals a C plus." That's true. So F for presentation, but A for hilarious factor. That's right. Oh no, I don't know if it was you, Bukaki. I think it was Crumbles. Excuse me. I think it was Crumbles that said that. My bad. That's right. I think Crumbles said that Little House on the Prairie was boring. He says, I don't remember saying Little House on the Prairie was boring. I actually grew up on it. Maybe that's Bo Seamus. No, I'm pretty sure it was either Bo Seamus or it was Crumbles, I think, that said it. My bad. I knew it was one of you guys that said it. I just couldn't remember which one. Speaking of the Discord, I thought this was funny. I think I actually got on Quentin's nerve. Normally it's Quentin getting on my nerves because he's such an annoying little baby bitch and he's such a fucking troll. I don't know why he said this. He said, "Hey, Fears, I've been busy. I haven't been able to watch, your dumbass shows." He said, he goes, "This year alone, I've only watched 2 of your shows." I wrote to him in the Discord and said, "Well, I would rather you not watch any of them because you're another annoying little idiot." And then I put baby bitch, right? And then I guess he didn't like that. He wrote back. You guys ready for this? You would think Quentin trolling me all these years would come up with something better than this. He goes, "Suck my cock, Fears." And then I wrote back and said, no thanks. I wrote no with like 9 O's in it, like no thanks. And then I went, "Quentin, the baby bitch." So he thinks he's going to win. Quentin, you silly little troll, you'll never win. I'm always 50 steps ahead of you. And Quentin knows if he pisses me off enough, I will just simply take down his channel. I am the takedown channel master. If they piss me off enough, I will strike and strike and strike and strike and strike until I get that motherfucker's channel taken down. So, and whenever Quentin dies, I'm going to take his channel down anyway. So then it'll be like double death. He died in real life, and then I'm going to take his channel down. So no matter what he says or does, I'm always ahead, and I'm always going to win. And he knows he fucks with me a little bit, but he knows when to stop. Because he knows I'll put the wrath of fucking God on him, and I will always win. That's why I'm like, you're fucking with the wrong dude, motherfucker. Because if I ever, he better pray to God that I never meet him in real life. Because I will just simply, I won't even give him a chance to say hello. If I see him, I will just simply run up, and I will pound his fucking face into the curb, and I will not stop hitting him until somebody pulls me off. It'll be worth spending a night in jail to beat the absolute living shit out of Quentin. But I just thought that was funny. "Yeah, Fear, suck my cock." And I was like, really? I'm like, that's it? That's all you got, Quentin? Wow. I would expect more from the troll master. Apparently he's not the troll master anymore, So again, Quentin, I win, and you will always be in Fears' mind the baby bitch. That's right, the baby bitch. I love it. Let me actually do a direct quote. Here we go. Let me scroll up. I think I got it right, but just in case if someone calls me a liar, which I'm not, let me read what me and him actually said. I think I almost got it a direct quote. Let's see here. Where's that little bitch? What did he actually say? Let's see here. Oh yeah, here we go. So the little bitch says, "I've only watched like 1 or 2 of your gay-ass streams since the year began. Stop being a little crybaby." 1, I've never been a crybaby, ever. So I don't know where the fuck he's coming up with that. And so your logic is wrong. Your little quote is wrong. I've never been a little crybaby bitch. You have. Oh my God, has he? Oh Lord. So then I wrote, let me scroll down, I said, I'd rather you not watch any. You little idiot. You're another annoying baby bitch. I think I was talking about, Yakov is gone. Thank God. He's went off on his holy ways. Again, I could say a lot of mean things. I'm going to say what I think is the truth. He's not pastor material. He's another annoying idiot troll. Anyone that gives him pastor status is a fucking psycho, because Yakov is a fucking psycho. So I would never step foot in Yakov's church. I would blow my fucking brains out before I would follow Yakov. He's just not pastor material in my eyes. But I wish him all the best of luck. He's gonna need it, because he's one of the weirdest fucking people I've ever met in my life. He's a fucking raving lunatic psychopath, Yakov. Quentin is right up there with him. I said I'd rather you not watch any. You little idiot. You're another annoying baby bitch. And then Quentin says, suck my cock. And I'm like, really? That's all you got? I would expect more from the almighty troll. I started laughing, and so then I wrote, no, thanks, because I wanted to emphasize the no. No, thanks, LOL, and then I wrote, Quentin, the baby bitch. So that felt good. I didn't get mad whatsoever. I thought it was fucking hilarious. I was like, really? That's all you got? Wow. So yeah, that was pretty funny. Funny, good times. Anyway, enough about the crybaby bitch. Let's get back to this, shall we? Alright, so, let's see, what did I write? Season 2 of Little House on the Prairie. I used to watch it with my family. Based on a true story, based on the real Laura Ingalls Wilder. Family friendly. A mark in television history. So a mark in TV history. I'm not going to put down my favorite scene because I'm about to tell you guys my favorite episodes. So there you are. I would say Season 2 is a little bit more action-packed than Season 1. Season 1 sets up the family, the town, all that. Now that the town and the family is established in Season 2, they focus on more about the town. They build, in Season 2, they build a bank, so yeah. So, the town, I'm going to write down the town is already set up. They build more to the town, so they build more of the town. Focus a lot on the Ingalls family. Ingalls family. There we are. Let me catch up with the chat here. Let's see here. Daniela says, LOL, haters gonna hate. That's funny. Let it go. Oh, Daniela, I appreciate your nice sentiment. I'm not mad. I just thought it was funny. You don't know who Quentin is. I've had to deal with that fucking raving lunatic asshole for years. And normally he's more creative, Instead of, yeah, Fears, suck my cock. No thanks, I'm good. You may be gay, Quentin, but Fears is not. Fears loves the ladies. So I picture right now Quentin at a gay bar, sucking on some gay guy's nipples, Manny playing with his little Peter. I was like, Quentin, you can do that. But yeah, there you are. I just expected more from him, Danielle. I was like, really? That's it? Suck my cock? That's all you got, Quentin? So apparently I got on Quentin's nerves. Of course he's going to lie. Once someone tells me about this, he'll come in like the little bitch he is. You didn't get to me, Fears. Yes, I did. You're just not going to admit it. You little fucking bitch. But deep back in his head, he'll never admit it, but I did get the best of him. He'll just never admit it. Because, and it was a late response too. I wrote, I'd rather you not watch any. You're another annoying little baby bitch. And then maybe an hour went by. Maybe. There was some time that went by. Because normally he's, quick he's quick with a response. And I was like, wow, finally he responded. And then he goes, suck my cock. And I was like, that's it? Weak sauce, you little bitch. So I'm not mad whatsoever, Danielle. I just thought it was fucking hilarious. I was like, really? That's it? That's all you got? Okay. Yeah. Danielle says, that's funny. That's why I stay away from Discords. No drama, thanks. Oh, usually I do. I'm telling you, Daniela. Most of the people in LC's Discord are very nice. But then you have some little baby bitches like Quentin and Yakov and other annoying little idiots that ruin it for everybody. Because they don't have any love in their heart. They have no life. I feel so bad for Quentin's family. I feel so bad for Yakov's family. Oh my God. Not really impressive people. Not really impressive human beings. And the idea for him to be a pastor just baffles my fucking mind. He's not pastor material. I would rather chew broken glass and swallow it and have the glass cut my insides out than to ever follow any words of Yakov. Jesus. I feel so bad for that congregation, it's beyond belief. Anyway, I've said my piece. Yo, what's up, Liz? Good to see you, Elizabeth. Bukaki says, that's right, y'all. See, at least Bukaki agrees with me. One raving lunatic psycho idiot, and then he's friends with another raving lunatic psycho idiot. So, yeah. I don't know what church he's forming, Liz, but somebody told me that Yakov hasn't been in the Discord. He hasn't been on any streams in quite a while, at least a month and a half, because he's off to be a pastor. No comment. He will fail miserably because he's not pastor material. He's been a troll for years on end. He's looked at me right in the face and said, I love drama, Fears. A pastor does not like drama. So his logic doesn't make up sense. He's a goddamn hypocrite, Yakov. Quentin's another hypocrite. Oh, I'm a sweet little angel, Fears. At least when I say it, I never said I'm a sweet little angel. If I'm pissed at someone, if I don't like someone, I'll be like, hey, fuck you. I don't like you. I'm still a Christian, but if I don't like someone, I'm going to tell them, oh, I don't like you. They always pull the sweet little angel act. I never do anything wrong. I'm a golden angel. I'm just like, you're not a golden angel. And he's certainly not pastor material. Anyway, that's all I'm going to say. I've said enough. So, yeah, let's continue on. But, Liz, I hope you're doing. I hope you're having a good day. I hope you're having a good day. Oh, no. You need to walk the walk, not just talk the talk. Exactly, Daniela. They're all talk. The day he becomes a pastor, I shit nails, He's not pastor material. He is probably the worst human being I've ever met in my entire life. Or one of them. I'd say Quentin is the worst human being in the entire... He never has a nice bone in his body, Quentin. Yakov can be nice, but he does that flip-flop shit. I'm your friend. I'm not your friend. Oh, we're friends. We're not friends. And I'm like, you're either my friend or you're not my friend. You either like me or you don't like me. I don't do that flip-flop shit with people, You're either my friend or you're not my friend. I either like someone or I don't like them. I've never understood people flip-flopping. I'm like, it's not that big of a concept. You either like somebody or you don't. You're either someone's friend or you're not. It's just... Anyway. Yo, what's up, Visions? What's up, dude? Elizabeth says, good to see you amongst the living. I was worried. Yeah, Bukaki said I died again. So now I've died not once, but I've died twice. I thought it was funny. I saved the photo. It says, John Fears was murdered by Mr. Lantern during an act of passion. All right now, y'all. And like I said, Fears would never die of an act of passion. And if I did, it would be with a hot, sexy lady. But Fears is such a stud muffin. I can go all night. I would never die in an act of passion. So there you are. But I thought it was funny. What's up, Visions? What's up, Liz? Let me do some shout-outs. Anyway, I didn't mean to go on a riff there. I just thought it was funny. I was like, that's all he got? That's all he like, he's supposed to be the troll master. Suck my cock. I was like, really? That's it? That's all you got? Weak sauce beyond belief. I thought it was funny, though. I'm not mad whatsoever. I'm not even frustrated. I thought it was fucking hilarious. I was like, did I actually pull a fast one on Quentin? I'm like, I think I did. Because it wasn't immediate, but it was like with power. I was like, I'd rather you not watch any of my, streams. Since he doesn't like them, he said, gay-ass streams. I don't think they are. I must be doing something right, Quentin. I've almost got 3,000 followers on my main channel, and I've almost got 2,000 on my vlog channel. Must be doing something right. Cheers, buddy. That's right. And I definitely talk I'm way better at talking smack than Quentin and Yakov will ever be. Because I've been talking smack for a good 20 minutes now. They're little baby bitches. So yeah. I just thought it was funny. I was like, really? Because I've always expected more from Quentin as a troll. And I was like, that's so weak. Not that I want anything more. I like peace. I don't like drama. But whenever I have to talk about it, suck my cock, Fears. I was like, no, I'm good. I'm really good on that. And then I just thought about it. I'm like, usually he does more than that. I'm like, is he giving up? I think he is. But again, he'll never admit that I got one over on him because that's how much of an annoying little idiot he is. He'll come back way later. Like, watch. Later, I bet money on it. Later on tonight, you didn't get the best of me, Fear. Nah, 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 nah. I really did, but he'll never admit to it because he's a little baby bitch. So, yeah. That's not true, Visions. That is not true. I can live without them. I would rather live without them. So that's not true, my friend. It's funny, but not true. What's up, Walter? Good to see you, buddy. All right. Let's see. Where did we leave off? All right. Time to do the top 10. Let me pick my top 10 favorite episodes out of Season 2. Visions, you missed this review. I gave it an 8 out of 10. 8 out of 10. It's not bad. It's not good. It's an enjoyable film. Plus, it's got the great Denzel in it. Good actor. Very good actor, my friends. All right, let me go to Season 2. Here, let me put it over here. And then let me push you guys up just a little bit. Yeah. Walter said, hey, Fears, I thought you were dead. Apparently, everybody thought I was dead. Which baffles my mind because I was like, well, I was alive yesterday. I did a stream yesterday. Bukaki wrote a little funny notion. He says, Fears died in the heat of passion. No. I thought it was funny, though. Well, that's a given, Liz. That's a given. She says, Fears shows the trolls who's boss. I always have. Always. Ever since those little idiot brats have started shit, I've always showed them who's boss. Always. All right. Here we go. Top 10 favorite episodes of Season 2 of Little House on the Prairie. Tonight I'm going to start on season 3. So I'm probably going to watch 2 episodes of that, and then tonight's watches are Visions. I'm going to finally get around to watching this. So I'm going to watch The Warriors, suggested by Visions. So I'm going to watch this, and then I'm going to watch this. So yeah. Those are tonight's watches. There we are. Little House on the Prairie. Let's see. Vision says he ruled in that movie where he was a drunk pilot. I drank the vodka. Yes. Yes. It's been a long time since I've seen that movie, Visions, but that's a very good one. Very good, my friend. Very good. It's been a long time since I've watched it, and I've seen this one before. It's just been quite a long time. This has been sitting on the shelf in my room for a couple years now, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to watch that one. This one's it's all 3. It's action, adventure, thriller, time travel movie. It's all 3. It's boom, 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 you know? So, yeah. Elizabeth says The Warriors, that's what's up. It is. Well, it must be good because Visions suggested it. Crumble suggested it. Bukaki suggested it. So that's 3 of my buddies. So, and I keep saying I need to watch this, and I need to watch this one because I got both of these at Barnes and Noble. So I'm gonna watch this first because apparently this one's a lot better than this. This one's funny though because about 12 minutes into the movie, you see some like creepy thing on the mine shaft, and some geeky guy looks over at his friend and he goes, "Hey man, did you see that?" And the guy's like, "I don't know what I saw, but it scared the shit out of me." And then he goes, "Hey, guess what? I just shit my pants." And he literally says that to the other guy. I start fucking losing my goddamn mind because it was hilarious and it was unexpected. I thought it was funny. So tomorrow night, I'm going to watch this. But tonight, I'm going to watch The Warriors and Flight Plan. Jodie Foster style. That's right. So, yeah. And then she's naked. She's naked coming out of the shower. Ooh la la. There we are. All right, let's see. What are my favorite episodes? I would have to say episode 3 is my first one. Ebenezer Scrooge. That's a good one. The Big Inning. That's where the Ingalls challenges the other town over to a baseball game. That's a good one. So, The Big Inning. Because I love... Who doesn't like baseball? It's the all-American pastime. I love baseball. The Big Inning. That's a good one. And then, let's see here. The Camp Out is pretty good. The Camp Out. The Spring Dance is a good one. And then, let's see here. The Gift. That's a good one. The Gift. Father Son. That's a good one. Let's see. I need 4 more. The Long Road Home. The Troublemaker. That's a good one. Let's see here. Going Home. And then number 10, probably The Pride of Walnut Grove. That's a good one. There we go. Yeah. All right. Let's see here. Let me catch up with the chat here. How many movies do you think you have in that stack against the wall? I don't know. That's a good question, Walter. The world may never know, but I got one big stack, so all the white ones are here. Gray, orange, red, blue, yellow, and then black. So I got them all organized. And then these are all the new TV shows I've bought off of Etsy. I've got my favorite cartoon of all time, The Real Ghostbusters. And I'm going to start watching this after I'm going to finish this. Then I'm going to finish Kung Fu. Then I'm going to watch Kung Fu The Legend Continues. And then after Kung Fu The Legend Continues, on this, after this, I'm going to do Pee-wee's Big Adventure. After that, I'm going to watch this. And so on and so forth. So, I've got a lot of watching to do, my friend. But, that's a good question. I don't know. I don't know how many's there. I really don't know. Yeah. Anyway. Well, it won't be there for much longer. At least it's nice and stacked. Because I'm not going to buy a new shelf until I've got so much room on this. So it's nice. It's nicely neat and stacked over there. But look, I've got so much room. I haven't even filled over half that shelf. You know? So, yeah. I'm going to fill up all this shelf. Then I'm going to take that shelf. Take Vision's idea. I'm going to take that shelf. Take all the movies off of that. Put that shelf in this corner. Put these on that shelf. Buy 2 new shelves. Put a new shelf where that old one is. And then put the other shelf in my room. And by that time, I should be good. I should be good. Because that'll be more than enough room to supply all those movies, my friend. So, yeah. Vision says, Larry. I haven't seen Larry in a couple days. He's probably working. But, I got to, me and Larry made up. Me and Larry, we're cool again. We are cool. So, yeah. Because I felt bad for yelling at Larry. So, yeah, we're cool. Oh, man. That's not true. That is not true, Walter. It's Kung Fu. It says it on the fucking movie. It's not Kong. It's Kung Fu. There's no O. Kung Fu with a U. Kung Fu. So don't even go there. There's no O. Kung, I know how to fucking read. Kung Fu. There's no O. There's no O. Kung Fu. So, I put that baby to rest. There's no O in it. It's Kung Fu. I didn't say Kong. Don't even go there. I did not say Kong. There's King Kong, and then there's Kung Fu. I did not say Kong. Don't even go there. All right, let me catch up. Danielle says, yeah, it's neatly stacked. Pee-wee's Big Adventure. My favorite part is him dancing in the bar. That is a good scene, Daniela. I'm not going to deny it. He's like, wait, don't I get a last request? And then that big fat guy with the glasses, like the Beatles glasses, is like, why not? Then he turns on the music, and then he goes behind and he talks to the chef and whispers into his ear like, hey, let me borrow your shoes. He jumps on the fucking table. Tequila starts, and he's all like, going like that. And he does a great dance. Then he impresses the biker guys, which are like some Satan worshiper like biker guys, because he's on the phone. He's like, I'm trying to use the phone. Like that. And then the fat guy like grabs the phone, hangs it up. He's like, did anyone ever tell you that this is the private club of the Satan helpers? And he's like, nobody hit me to that, dude. And he's like, it's off limits. And he's like, oh, my mistake. I guess I'll be on my way then. Excuse me. Excuse me. Excuse me. And he walks out. Then the idiot bumps the bikes. He doesn't really destroy the bikes. He hurts the bikes. And then they grab him. And he's like, I say we kill him. I say we beat him up, then we kill him. And then that crazy fucking guy with the fucking mustache is like, I say we beat him up. Then we tattoo him. Then we hang him. Then we kill him. Then Elvira, of all people, Elvira, Mistress of the Dark, she comes in as a cameo, it's a great cameo, by the way. She grabs him by the shirt and she's like, I say you let me have him first. Hell yeah. It's a good scene. It's a good scene, Danielle, but I've got two favorite scenes. My favorite scene is he slides down the pole, and then when he slides down the pole, he grabs his dog, and he's like, yeah, me too, let's have some breakfast. That breakfast-making machine, without a doubt, is the best scene out of the entire film, at least for me. That's my first favorite scene, and then probably my second favorite scene, it's a split between him discovering that his bike's gone, and then you see the evil smile on the clown. That's pretty fucking hilarious. Or he realizes that Francis stole his bike, and he runs into he gets by like the servant guy, and runs into Francis's like massive fucking mansion. That mansion was bigger than my parents' mansion. And he opens up the door, and Francis is in this massive like bathtub. And he's like, still want to buy my bike, Francis? And he's like, oh, what would I want with that? I could have any bike in the world. And he's like, ha-ha! He goes, you don't want it anymore because you still have it. Tell me where it is, or I'm going to lose patience with you, Francis. He tries to call his dad, and he's like, go ahead and scream your head off. We're miles away from where anyone can hear you. Ha 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 ha! And he jumps in and starts beating the shit out of Francis. That's a pretty funny scene. So it's a split between those two scenes, but the whole movie is pretty damn funny. So, but this, Danielle, I already watched the movie. And reviewed it for the fans. This is the television series. The Playhouse. I've never watched it all the way through. When I was a kid, I watched certain episodes whenever it was on, but I've never watched it all the way. And it includes, it says, the award-winning television show, it says, winner of an amazing 22 Emmy Awards. So it got 22 Emmy Awards. And then it says, digitally remastered. And then it says, it even includes the Christmas special. And Paul Rubens used his own money, because he likes Christmas so much, I guess, and the network, I guess, paid for the entire TV show, but he wanted to make the Christmas special, like, even more epic, so he took their money, and then he added his own money and made the Christmas special even 10 times bigger. So, I'm looking forward to watching the whole season straight through, because I've never seen it all the way through, but yeah. There we are. Alright, let me catch up with the chat here. Oh, man. Let's see. Daniela says... Lantern says, well, howdy, Boo Khaki. Daniela says, howdy, Lantern. Walter says, when I collected DVDs, I had them alphabetized, sorted, so it was easy to find them. Yeah, I've got my own little system. I put them in not in order. I put them from genre. So I try to put all the horror movies with the horror movies. I try to put all the comedies with the comedies. So yeah, that's my little system. Let's see. Landon says, "All right now, Visions. Howdy, Walter. Coffee first." Oh, Landon, I've already. It's right here. I've been sipping my coffee, buddy. I've definitely been sipping it. So yeah, I definitely have. Nancy says, "Hi, Fierce. Hello, everyone. What's up, Nancy? How you doing? Good to see you." It's Kung Fu. Now I know you're just joking, Visions. I'm not sensitive, Walter, but I know you were trolling. There's no O in it. Kung. I'm not illiterate. I can read. Kung Fu. It's undeniable. It's undeniable. It's just annoying. I'm like, it's not Kung Fu. I never said that. Never in a billion years. Kung Fu. I'm definitely not sensitive. I'm just sick and tired of people fucking with me. I'm like, never said that in a million years. Never once said that in a million years. So, yeah. It's undeniably Kung Fu. So, yeah. Undeniable. Oh, I think Lantern's calling me. Is he? Hang on. I don't know why he's calling me on my phone, though. Lantern! Lantern!
Yo!
Why are you calling me on my phone?
I don't know.
Usually you call me on the computer, buddy.
Uh-huh.
So, did you go live last night? I saw you went live with your girlfriend.
Yeah.
I didn't watch it. I saw a little bit of it today, but I didn't watch it last. So you went live with her last night?
Yeah.
How was that?
Good.
So no one hosted your show?
No.
Well, I mean, at least you got two shows. Like, you had Danny D host it on Thursday, and then me, you, Visions. Who else was in there? Me, Visions, you, and Randall, and Larry. We did an early morning one on Friday. So, yeah. So how long until you get your StreamYards back? Is it another week?
Yeah.
Another week?
No, probably not for too long, probably.
Okay. I told you, Lantern, I'm not trying to make fun of you. I'm telling you, the reason why they keep getting pissed off, I've never gotten suspended off of StreamYards, buddy. You got to stop making like 9 million accounts. Because eventually they're going to ban you for life, probably, you know? And you don't want to be banned for life. I'm just trying to give you some advice, my friend. You know? Because if they keep seeing like, oh, this guy, he keeps making fake accounts. He keeps making fake accounts to get free, you know. Just wait. This is how you do it. You always get 20 free hours. I don't know what Larry was talking about 5 free hours. I've never gotten suspended. I always get 20 free hours. Like right now, you know that last stream that you, me, and Visions and Randall did together and Larry?
Yeah.
Right after that, I got an email saying, oh, you've excerpted your last 20 hours. They said you'll get 20 free more hours. You have to wait like 4 or 5 days on May, whatever it was. It's going to be in 5 or 6 days. So what I do is I just wait 5 or 6 days. Then they send me an email saying, oh, here's your 20 free hours. And then I'm back to normal. And in between that time, I use OBS. So you may want to get OBS. Because then at least you could stream on OBS in between you waiting for more stream time. Because, Lantern, you know me, I'm a cheapo. I'm a cheapo, buddy. I'm not going to pay for StreamYards. I'll just do my 20 free hours, as always, my friend. So, yeah. Because I don't want you to get permanently banned because the fans would miss you. I would miss you. Visions would miss you. The fans, everybody. Because I'm not StreamYards, but eventually they're probably going to get sick and tired of, oh, this guy, he keeps making like 90 million fake accounts. And they'll probably take action. I mean, I don't know if they will. I have a feeling they may. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Anyway. Landon, did you shit your ass off today?
Yeah.
So did I. Right on. Damn.
Damn.
Pew. Damn.
Yeah.
All right, buddy. Well, I'm going to get back to the show. But yeah, I'll see you later.
Okay.
Peace, Shunk. That guy, he's great. I'm telling you, they're gonna like ban him for life. Landon, you got like 20 million accounts. Oh man. I mean, I hope he doesn't get banned, but eventually they're gonna get sick and tired of, him, making 14 million fake accounts. I've never gotten banned. I've never once gotten banned. You know how Landon is. Landon's hilarious. I'll do whatever the fuck I want, Fears. And I'm like, I got you, Landon. I got you, buddy. I got you. Let's see, where did I leave off? That's right, Bukaki. Kung Fu, the legend continues. Well, I used to watch that with my dad. I watched, actually, that one first. And my dad said, let's watch this one first, because that one was on television at the time. Then my dad showed me Kung Fu, the original. I like the original, but I also like Kung Fu: The Legend Continues because it's the grandson of Kane, of the original Kane, and the grandson is also called Kane, and then Kane has a son, and then they get mixed. They get lost. And then he goes on a search for like 15 years. Finally finds his son. His son is like given up karate. He's given up being a priest. And now he's a cop. So I used to watch that with my dad. It was a pretty good show. But I found the whole series on Etsy. And somebody, I guess, burned all the episodes. Kind of like how they burned all the episodes like on Blu-ray this. And it comes in a little thing like this. And I'm going to buy it soon and watch it. Because I love Kung Fu. It's a great show. Both of them are good shows. Both of them are. So, yeah. Oh, man. So, yeah. Let's see here. Oh, shit. Walter says Mama Tate. Mama Tate or Larry's not here. So, yeah. Do you know how David Carradine went out? My dad said he died. I remember my dad saying, hey, I heard on the news that David Carradine, died. And then, I don't remember how he went out, Nancy, but I remember my dad coming home from work and saying, hey, John, you know that actor from Kill Bill and Kung Fu? And I was like, yeah, the David guy. And he goes, yeah, apparently he died in some weird sexual way. And I was like, damn, that's nuts. So, I don't know exactly how he died, Nancy, but I remember my dad saying that he died in some weird sexual way, and I was like, that's fucking nuts. So, yeah. Walter says, Paul Rubin was great in Blow. I love that movie. It's based on a true story, Walter, and it's about that massive, drug dealer guy that Johnny Depp played, and then Paul Rubin plays, the drug dealer's, best friend or something. Yeah. So, yeah. 1.21 gigawatts. 1.21 gigawatts. Great Scott! And then I love Marty McFly's what the hell's a gigawatt? That's one of the greatest. It's one of the greatest scenes out of part one, Walter. You know, he starts running away. He's like, 1.21 gigawatts. And then he slams his back up against the garage door. He's like, great Scott! And then he runs. And then Marty's like, what the hell is a gigawatt? And fucking runs off camera. It's one of the greatest scenes out of the film. I'm just saying. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. 1.21 gigawatts. Let's see. Walter says, I wasn't trolling. Nobody said you can't read. I asked, I don't know, Walter. That was kind of trolly. Kind of trolly. Because it's undeniable. It's not Kung Fu. It's Kung Fu. And I proved you wrong. There's no O in it. It was kind of trolly. That's all I'm going to say. So I'm going to move on. But, because it's undeniable. Kung Fu. Not Kung Fu. Kung Fu. That's all I'm going to say. There we are. That's a good one, Visions. Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. I just watched that. Movie. That's a good one. And one of the greatest scenes in that is the guy, the Russ guy. He's sitting at the kitchen table, and his wife is like calling the police because they're worried about their children. And Quark, the dog, grabs that little piece of rope, and starts twisting Wayne Zelinsky like in a circle. He starts flying around because he can't touch the ground and he's looking for him. And then the wife's like, oh, yes, thank you, officer. If you could just send someone over to our house. We're really worried about our children. And then he goes flying through the air, Wayne Zelinsky, lands in their little pond, like in their yard. And then it just cuts to a close-up shot of Russ. And he goes, that guy's got serious problems. That makes me laugh every single time. I can't do it as good as that actor because it zooms up on his face and he just says it real calmly. He's like, that guy's got serious problems. It's funny. It's funny. The best scene, though, is probably when the teenager and the kids find the gigantic cookie. That's a good scene. And then they find the ant on the gigantic cookie. That's a good scene. And then probably when Wayne Zelinsky finds his thinking couch and he's like, where's my couch? And then he's like, oh, God, the machine works. It shrunk my couch. And then he gets pissed, breaks the machine, and then pieces go everywhere, and he starts, like, sweeping up all the pieces. And then the kids get, like, trapped in the garbage bag. And then he throws them out. That's probably one of the best scenes, too. So, yeah. Danielle says, great films. Oh, yeah. Danielle, me and my fans, we love talking movies. She says, great films. Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. Honey, I Shrunk Ourselves. Honey, I Blew Up the Kid. Yep, I've seen them all. I just reviewed them, Danielle, a couple weeks ago. I watched all three of them. They're all good. My least favorite is the third one, where the parents get shrunk. That one was like a straight to VHS. That one's kind of crap. The best scene in that, though, is when they ride the, Micro Machines, or, Hot Wheels. The Hot Wheels car, like, into the hallway, and they're on that track. That's probably the best scene out of that one. So, yeah. There we are. All right. Moving right along. Let's see. I did the top 10. I did the movie reviews. All right, time for the Lego build. Because I'm only going to debut the best builds in my room. And that little Goomba one, where is it? This one was crap. That one was crap. And I was looking at it, and I said, it's got a bunch of brown pieces. And we all remember the dinosaur poop build, and I was like, there's so many brown pieces. I was like, I probably could add to it. So, it's kind of a revamp build. So there we are. Revamping a build. Hell yeah. Alright. Let me just set up the build. Let me just back you guys up just a tad. Wow, Bukaki, that's crazy. I'm not going to read that. That's pretty insane, buddy. That's pretty insane. I've never done a revamp build. Well, I was just looking at it, and I was like, you know what I should do? I've got all these brown pieces, and I've got some dinosaur. That is one big pile of shit. And I'm like, that's not really a big pile of shit. And if we're doing Jurassic Park style, this is not a gigantic piece of shit. Fears can make a gigantic piece of shit with all these brown pieces, and then I will honor it to Lantern, because I'm the Crohn's master, but Lantern is the shit master. Lantern, you fart, you shit, you throw up, you puke, you go fucking nuts. You're always burping and farting on your channel. You are the burp shit fucking master, man. You are, I'm telling you. Anyway. So this build, this revamp build, is in honor of Mr. Lantern. Hell yeah. There we are. And then whatever pieces I don't use, I'm gonna put in my little bag. So let me get out my pieces. So all these extra pieces, my initial idea was to make a spaceship. I think I'm going to make a spaceship with all these extra pieces, because they always put extra pieces in each build in case you lose a piece, and then you can use the extra one. But since I haven't lost, I think I've only lost one piece ever, and it wasn't even my fault. The build that I bought at the Lego convention that I went with LC, they just forgot to put it in, and thank God I had a piece like that. I needed like a long piece like that, and I was like, oh shit. I'm like, if I don't have a piece that long in one of these, I'm fucked. Thank God I had a piece. It wasn't the same color, but I was like, well, at least it'll work. So, and then the other night, I had to go, so each time I've lost a piece, it's never been my fault. It's been that one, they didn't put a piece in that one, and I had to grab one out of this. And then the day before, when I was doing the donut truck build, they forgot to have a little circle piece, and thank God I had a circle piece that was the same size. I think it was from this. I think I grabbed it out of this, but anyway. So, but I have never lost a piece. So yeah. So I'm just going to put all these extra pieces in the bag. That's from that build that I didn't really like. I mean, it was okay. It wasn't the best build in the world, but it was not my favorite. So I was like, I'm going to disassemble it and make this build way better. So yeah. There we go. That is one big pile of, there you go. That is one big pile of shit. Jeff Goldblum. Oh, you got it, Daniela. Well, it's a funny part in the movie. It's a funny scene because the lady, she shoves her hand up from about here to here in the pile of shit, and it's fucking hilarious. So yeah. You wouldn't catch Fear sticking his hand in dino crap. I'm good on that. Anyway. So anyway, let me put all these pieces in here. I don't need these pieces. I just didn't like that build. I didn't mind doing that build for you guys. And the only reason why I got that one, it was so cheap. It was like $6. So yeah. So I'll just use all these extra pieces for another build. But I think I'm going to use all of these and all these and make like one big like spaceship. That was my initial idea. I mean, if you guys have got any other ideas, I think it was, I don't know if it was Bukaki or Crumbles. One of you guys said, hey, Fears, you should take all of your extra pieces and make a build and display it. And I was like, that's a great idea. So I don't remember who it was. So whoever gave me that idea, I really appreciate it. So yeah. So I'm going to take all these extra pieces and make a build. But I'm going to wait until all my other ones are done. Because I've got the Polaroid camera. I've got War Machine to do. I've got the Millennium Falcon build. I've got the Batmobile build to do. And then I've got the Jurassic Park, another Jurassic Park build. And then the build that I bought on Star Wars Day, the London bus build. So whenever I get all those extra pieces, I'll add it to these, and then I'll just lay them all out, and then just do a surprise build for you guys. All right, here we go. Here we go. Let's see here. Should I pour them out? Yeah, I'll pour them out. I just don't want them falling on the floor. There we go. All right. All right. So, Lantern, and this is for you, buddy. So, let's see here. So, initially, this build came with the Jurassic Park Visitor Center car, and it came with the pile of shit, and then the car, and then the Triceratops. And the Triceratops and the Visitor Center's car is in my room. So, yeah. So, let's see what we can do here. Let's add that to here, because I'm going to put some brown pieces on this. Let's see here. Let's see what we can do. Let's see here. Let's see what we got to work with here. Let's see here. Now, hang on. Oh, let's see. What do we got to work with here? I'll put that right here. There we go. Nah. Whatever I don't use, I'm going to put back in the bag. Because I want to try to use all the brown pieces. Let's see here. Let's do this. Let's see here. We'll try and do this. Oh, wait. No, hang on. I got it. We'll do it like this. There we go. We'll do it like this. Let's see here. There we go. And then let's put this. Nice. So we'll make another piece of shit sitting next to this piece of shit. There we are. All right. Well, that's a good start. There we go. Let's see here. There we go. Oh, there we go. I'll put that right there. And we'll put that right there. We'll put this right here. And we'll put this right here. There we go. Ah, I need one more. Damn it! Here, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to put... I'll put that there, and I'll put this right there. There we go. And then... There we go. There's another one. So then I'll put this here. And I'll put this here. It's a high-tech build. It's a piece of shit build, but it's a high-tech piece of shit build. Hell yeah. All right, let's see here. What else? What else do we have to work with? Let's see here. Bada bing, bada boom. Let's see this, and we'll take these and put them on the side here. We'll put, let's see here. What else? What else do we have to work with here? Got to get the best bang for my buck. Put this right here. There we are. It's a whole world of shit. Let's see here. Let's see here. Let's see here. Let's see. I'll take these. Let's see what else. Oh, we got another one. Apparently, we had a lot of these. Let's see here. So I'll take these and I'll put them right in between this. Lantern, this is for you, buddy. Lantern is the shit master. Lantern is the shit master. Let's see. So I'll put this. Can I fit it in here? Let's see here. Yeah, we can do it like that. There we go. Let's see here. There we are. All right, it's looking pretty good. Let's see here. Looks like that. And let's see, put this on the back here. Walter, you kind of got me. You kind of got me back into Legos. I used to love Legos as a kid, and then LC was begging me to come check out his Lego build, but Walter sent me the first one, so I appreciate that, my friend. I used to sit for hours as a kid and play with Legos. But see, they only had certain Legos when I was a kid. They had the fantasy, they had the castles, the Lego castles, and then they had the pirate ships, and then they had Lego City, which You could build a fire truck and a police car and then a hospital and shit like that. And then they had like the forest builds, like Robin Hood and shit like that. And that was about it. Nancy says Mr. Lantern is the shit master. That he is. But this is looking pretty good. Pretty good. So essentially I'm going to build another big mound of shit and make it one big piece of shit. So there we are. So there we are. So I'm going to make kind of like this over here. And I think I may have the shit hanging off the sides, you know? Like it's runny shit, you know? There we are. Let's see here. I'll use these big pieces. Oh shit, hang on. I guess I pushed too hard. There we go. There's a nice piece of shit. There we go. Let's see here. I'm just trying to figure out what we got to work with here. Let's see here. Oh, how did these gray pieces get there? Here. Let's see here. Let's see here. Let's see here. Nice! There we go. Let's see here. I'm going to try to use all the brown pieces. I'm going to try. If not, then looking pretty good. Not too shabby. Not too shabby whatsoever. You know, fears, I'm kind of a perfectionist. There we go. Do. That right there. Okay. I'm trying to make that like this. Like all different shapes and sizes. So I'm trying to make it kind of like that. It looks similar. Damn, this thing keeps coming off. Here, I need to put something. Here, I'll put this to hold it together. Just like. Oh, come on. Come on. There we go. Now it should stay together. There we go. There we go. Let's put this down here like that, hanging off the side. It's all runny. Runny shit. Glorious shit. Let's see here. Looks pretty good. Not too shabby. Now this is one big pile of shit. Hell yeah. Anything for Mr. Lantern. Look at that. Look at a mound of shit. Let's see here. What else? Put this right here. Put this on top of this. There we go. It's not too bad. Let's see here. Put that right there. Oh, come on. You're going to fit. Hang on. There we go. That right there and that right there. Okay. Let's see here. Oh, man. I'm tired. Let's see, I'll put this here. There we go. That's looking pretty good. Let's see what else. You know what? Let's see, I'm going to take... No, I'll leave that there. And I'll put one here. And I'll put one here. That's right. That's right, Nancy. Bow down to the sensei. I bow down to Lantern. Lantern is the shit master. He is the shit master. I'm just trying to figure out how to use all these pieces. I may not use every piece, but it's looking pretty good so far. Not too shabby. There. Now, hang on. There we go. Put that there. Put that there. All right. Looking pretty good. God damn it. I gotta put something on the bottom to keep it together. Keeps falling apart. I need something to hold it together. It's not gonna work. I thought this would hold it together, but I guess not. I may have to grab a piece out of my, that's what I'm going to do. There we go. So there's that. And then I need another. There we go. And then I just need, let's see, I need 2 more pieces to hold it together. That's why it kept coming apart. I was like, wait a minute. That's why I like having extra pieces, because then this bullshit won't happen. Oh, come on, where are you? Oh, I guess this will work. I'll put this right here. And then I need this one. So this should keep it together. There we go. It should. I put it all the way across. Alright. I just got sick and tired of it, like, coming apart. Alright, let's see, where did I leave off? Right there we go. Let's see here. Put this right here. Right here. Oh man, God, I'm tired. Fucking hell. There's not enough hours in the day. Is this your own creation? It's partly my own creation, Joey. So check this out. So Joey, do you remember, where is it? Hang on. Do you remember that little Goomba build? That was like my least favorite build. And I was like, I'm only going to display in my room, and then eventually I'm going to get a cabinet or some type of like lower shelf and put all my Legos probably near my door, because that's the only spot left where I can put like a little shelf. Or maybe right under the Fierce Man painting, I put a little shelf there. Whenever I buy a shelf for all my Lego builds, because I'm sick and tired, it's driving me nuts. I'm sick and tired of putting them on the window. Here, I'll show you. I'm sick and tired of like putting them on the window ledge, Joey. So I was like, I'm only gonna eventually. I think I'm gonna put like a little shelf right there under these paintings. Have all the Lego builds either there or maybe right underneath there. And I thought to myself, what's the worst Lego build I've done? Probably that Goomba one. And the only reason why I got it is because it was like $6 or $7 at like GameStop. And they're like, yeah, nobody bought it. I'm like, oh, I'll buy it if it's that cheap. So I've been running out of room. So for a while, forgive me, I'm doing laundry. I haven't finished all my laundry. For a while, I put them there. And I've been putting them there. And eventually when I get that shelf, I'm taking all that shit off the window ledge and putting them on the shelf. And then I just put him. He was up there, but I'm only putting my best builds. My favorite. I like these builds the best, where you actually make an object, like a lightsaber, wine glasses. I like more builds like this. I want to get more builds where you actually make an actual object instead of like cars and shit like that. I mean, those were okay. Those were fun, but I want to do more builds like a mixtape, a box of chocolates. Larry gave me, I want to do more builds like this. LC gave me that Batman one, and the only reason why I got this is because I do like Batman. LC gave me that free one, right? And I was like, that will go great with that. So eventually, you know what I could do? I probably should just put that right there. There we go. And then I'll put his little bat hat. There we go. Have them all together. So I free up some space there. But yeah. But anyway, to make a long story short, Joey, whenever I did this build, whenever I did this Jurassic Park build, it came with this guy, and then it came with that little piece of shit, and I had the little piece of shit like right here, and I thought to myself, I said I've got all those brown pieces with that Goomba build, right? I said, all right, I got all those brown pieces with the Goomba build. Lantern is the shit master. And I said, instead of a little piece of shit, I'll make a great big piece of shit because Jeff Goldblum says, that is one big piece of shit. And so I was like, that's genius. I'll just make a bigger piece of shit. So basically what I did, here, I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you real quick before I plug back in. This part right here is the original piece of shit, and then this part, I added onto it. So it's one big pile of piece of shit in Lantern's honor. So let me just plug you guys back in. So that's how I would answer that question, my friend. So it's a little mine and it's a little of Legos. It's a revamp. I've never done a revamp build, but here we are. So this is where we are. We're almost finished. So yeah, dude. In honor of Lantern. I don't think I'm going to use these, because there's no way I'm not going to use this. And I'm not going to use these gray pieces. I need to get a bigger bag for my extra pieces. There we go. Yeah, all right. Let's get back to this, shall we? All right, let's see here. Let's see. Can I do something with this? Oh, there we go. Have a big fucking log. Look at that. A big fucking loggy shit. Oh, yeah. There we go. Like, it's a piece of shit with a fucking log coming out of it. Like, I just did a fucking log shit. There you go. Nice. There you go. Oh, wait. Here we go. Oh, get in there. Come on. There you go. Let's see, would it look better here like that? I think it looks better like that. Let's do that. So it's just like a big fucking steamy piece of shit. There we go. Hell yeah! And I guarantee you, no other YouTuber has done a Lego build like this. Fuck all those other Lego builder people. Fears gets creative. Hell yeah. No, I'm just joking. I'm not going to say fuck you because somebody in the Discord showed me a Lego guy. He bought his own warehouse. So he's got his house, and then he has a warehouse filled to the brim with builds. And he's got like 3.5 million. And I think LC told me about that guy. I subscribed to him because he's got Lego builds in his house. And then his girlfriend said, I don't care if you keep building Legos. But she's like, you're running out of room. So he bought his own warehouse. And it's an air conditioning warehouse where he turned it into a massive fucking like nerd cave, you know. And I started watching that guy, and that guy's far more creative than I am. So I'm not gonna say fuck you to all the other Lego builds, but I guarantee you no one has ever done a piece of shit Lego build except for Fears. In honor of Lantern. Joey says, got any nasty green pieces? I do. I got some. Because shit can be green, Joey. I got this. I got that. I got this. I got these. And then whenever I'm done, I'm going to put like maggots and shit. So I've got a little maggot right here. So I'm going to put a maggot on there. And then, shit, if you leave it alone, like maggots and like green vines and green stuff start growing on it. So I'm gonna put that on there, and then insects eat shit. So I'm gonna put all these ladybugs on there. I'm gonna put these ladybugs on there. Then I'm gonna have a fucking mushroom, growing out of the shit. So that's a mushroom. So I got some ideas. You need some yellow stud pieces for the corn. I don't know. Oh, I do. I got a yellow piece right here. Hey, that's a good idea. Hell yeah. That's a great idea. Let's see if I can grab it. I've got this. Oh, I've got some more. Hang on. Hang on. Let's see. Oh, this is perfect, Joey. Right there for a piece of corn. That's perfect. That's perfect. And I'll use this little piece. Let's see. I forgot about the corn. Yeah. Because this is man, we're going all out. We're going all out for Lantern. Hell yeah. Because you guys thought I was the shit master. I'm the movie master / Crohn's master. But when Lantern shits, it's like a whole other world of shit. I'm not even kidding you. Let's see here. I could use this piece. Let's see here. Yeah, I could use that. There we are. That looks like a little piece of corn, Joey. I can use that, and then... So it's going to be many pieces of corn. At first, I only thought I had that. And Joey, I was telling everybody, I think what I'm going to do is with all my extra pieces, I'm going to make one big, like, Lego, like, spaceship. I think that's what I'm going to do with all these extra pieces. There we go. I can use a little vine, like some vines growing out of the shit. There we go. Let's see what else we got. Oh, here's another little brown piece I could use. There we go. Oh, there's another brown piece. Brown piece. There we go. Oh, shit. I've got a bunch of brown pieces in here. Brown, brown, brown. Brown. Is that brown or black? I'm getting so old. I'm going fucking colorblind. No, those are brown. They're dark brown. I'm telling you, I need to go to the eye doctor and get some stronger contacts, man. My fucking... there we go. I can use that. Those are brown pieces. My eyesight is getting worse, man. I mean, I only wear my glasses early in the morning and late at night, like whenever I'm watching a movie, and then either at work or during the day, I wear my contacts, but these are not getting the job done. I need to go to the eye doctor soon and get a better contacts, because we Fearses are blind as a bat. So I can use that piece. Well, I didn't expect this project to be this in-depth, but I'm going all out. I'm going all out. Because then it can actually be a big pile of shit. Let's see. That's a brown piece. There we are. There's another brown piece. There we are. I forgot that I had all these brown pieces in here. The only one I'm not going to use, that's going to be hard to use that, because, I'm not going to do that. Let's see, there's another brown piece. I was seeing if I had it, oh! There's another yellow piece, Joey. Actually, this is kind of neon. I'm not going to use these. That's more yellow. These are more like neon. I'm not going to use those. Nah, I'm not going to use that. I'm just going to use those. I mean, I've got these, Joey, but I don't know where I could put this. You know, I don't know where I could put that, or I've got these little corner pieces. I think that's the only yellow pieces I have left. Oh, wait, I've got some more brown pieces in there. Here. Oh, no, it's just these. I'm not going to use these. I think that's everything. Yeah. I thought these were... that's just from that other build, so I can't use those. Alright, yep, I've got all the brown pieces. I just wanted to make sure. Alright, let me put this off to the side. I'll put these back in the bag later. So I got some more brown pieces. I got some yellow for the corn. I got a maggot right here. I may put the maggot like right there. Okay. Let's see here. This is a high-tech fucking build, man. A high-tech fucking build. Let's see here. I'll put these on the side. Yeah, right there. I was going to put this here, but I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the maggot right on top of that. This is pretty high. I built up this because that's the Jurassic Park piece of shit. And then here's my piece of shit. And if I'm going to do a build, I'm going to out-top, the Jurassic Park one. But who is the shit movie master? Jason Cool. Jason Cool. He says he's the movie master. Jason's fucking weird. Jason is the movie shit master, and I'm the one truly movie master. He had the audacity, Bukaki, like, oh, I've got more movies than you, Fierce. Never in a million kabillion years would he have more movies than moi. And I'm not trying to preach. I know for a fact, between this, the other shelf in my room, I've got a hell of a lot more movies than him. I know for a fact. Let's see here. I'm just saying. Let's see. Can I do that? Oh, no, I can't because then the maggot wouldn't fit. No. Let's see here. I'm going to save these for last. And then I'm going to put these on the side because then I can hang like the mushroom and shit like right here. I'll put that there. Put that there. Let's see here. These, I got 4 of these. So I'm going to put them on top of this, just like that. Now this is one big pile of shit. Okay, so then... Oh, please tell me I have another one of these. I do! Oh, no, wait. I've got 5 of these. Damn it. Let's see here. Let's see here. There we go. I don't know if there's going to be any room for this. Let's see. No, I'm not going to do... I'm not going to use this or this. Oh, there we go. I can do it like that. Have that shit hanging off that. There we go. And then I gotta put this somewhere. There we go. That looks pretty good. Have that hanging off the side there. Pretty good build so far. I don't think I'm going to use these. I think that's enough. One there, one there. Yeah, I'm not going to use these. Alrighty. That there. I'm trying to build up the shit. There we go. See here. Oh, come on. I don't know. Will it fit? I don't know if that's gonna fit. I know this will fit on this side though. I think I'll put that like. Oh, will it fit? I think it's too high. I think I'm going to just do it like that. There we go. I could put this over here. Yeah, that looks better. So we'll just do that, and then put this on this side. God damn it. Oh, that's why. That won't fit there. Okay. So that'll go there. There we go. Yeah, I'm not going to use these. All right, we're almost done. There's no way I can use these, so I'm not going to use those either. These are like light brown shit. I like the dark. Let's stick with the dark. Okay. All right, it's looking pretty good. All right, Joey, I like your idea. So I'm going to put a piece of corn. I'll put it over here. Put the piece of corn right there. And then another little piece. And I'll spread them out. I'll put one there. Put one here. There we go. Now, that's not going to fit. This is such a unique piece. It's kind of hard to... I'm going to have to put this somewhere else. It's because of this circle thing. It keeps popping out, so that's going to go there. I'll find another spot for this. You know what? I'll just put it... Let's see here. I'll put it on the back. There we go. It'll fit right here. There we go. So one there, and then one here. And then... Almost done. We're getting there. Let's see here. Like that. All right, I think... I'm going to put this here, and this here, and then this one right here. Pretty good. So I'm going to put the mushroom growing out of the shit right here. So there's the mushroom growing out of the shit. And I'm going to put some grass in it. I think that'll go there. That'll go there. Oh, shit, I was going to put the maggot there. Hang on. There we go. The maggot goes there. Oh, come on, fit. There we go. There's the maggot. And then I'll put this... let's see. Is there enough space to put it over here? There you go. Just like that. So it's spread out. Mushroom, maggot, grass. Let's put some of these butterflies on here so butterflies are all flying around the shit. There's bugs all in the shit. There's fucking leaves and shit coming out of it. It's pretty good. This right here. There we go. That is pretty good. Let's see here. I have like little flowers. Little flowers everywhere. Now, that is one big pile of shit. That's pretty awesome. Another build done in honor of Mr. Lantern. I'll show it off. I'm going to clean all this up. But there it is. The final build. There we are. There we go. That was fun. So it's a little bit of Lego's creation, a little bit of my creation, and I'm going to post that in the Discord. A big, 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 big pile of shit. There we are, my friends. A big pile of shit. That was fun. I haven't done a creation of my own in quite a while. Well, the Jurassic Park pile of shit inspired me. And then I didn't like that other build, and so I said, I'll disassemble this. I'll do it in honor of Lantern. And I took the original creation, which is right here, built around it, built my own pile of shit on this side, and it's one big pile of shit. Because that one's kind of little. That's a big pile. So, yeah. And then I'll use all these extra pieces for another Lego build of my own creation. I don't want these falling on the floor. There we go. I may have to get a bigger bag. We'll see. We'll see if all this shit fits in here. This is the best way to do it in piles. Yeah, I'm thinking, Joey, I'm going to do one big, like, epic spaceship with all these extra pieces. Unless you guys got a better idea than a spaceship. But I've got a wing. I've got, like, a tail end I can use as the spaceship's, wing. Because this is from the spaceship build, because I bought the spaceship build twice. Once to keep the astronaut, and then the other one was to keep the space shuttle, because I liked both of them, and both the spaceship and the astronaut were from the same build. It was like that 3-in-1 thing, and I thought I'll just buy them again because it was so cheap. The space shuttle build was like, I don't know, $9 or $10 or whatever. And then I can make another wing out of this, like take this, and then like use this and clip them together, like this, and make a wing out of that, like that. Another wing for the spaceship, something. That's kind of what I'm going for. So we'll see what I come up with, but I want to make sure I'm going to do all the other builds first. So I've got the Millennium Falcon, I've got the Polaroid camera, and I got that inspiration from my dad. As soon as I saw that Polaroid one, before my mom got him a nice big film camera, my dad bought a Polaroid camera. I know, I'm old as shit. And my dad taught me how to take a photo on Polaroid. And then And then we bought the big ass camera that everyone was on their shoulders on the 80s that my grandpa used. I wish my mom and dad would have kept those. I'm gonna hunt them down. Those 2 cameras off of eBay and rebuy them so I can put them on the shelf. The film camera, because my mom knows the name of each of those cameras, and my mom bought a Mickey Mouse strap, because in the 80s everyone wore their camera around their neck. So I'm gonna buy that one in honor of my dad. Put that on the shelf. I'd like to use it. I'm gonna buy some actual film, put it in the camera, take some creative photos, then take them somewhere and get them digitized and put them on my Instagram, and then buy the original video camera that my grandpa used, actually film a vlog with it, and then get that footage digitized, put it in the vlog, and then put those cameras on the shelf. Because my grandpa taught me how to film. That was the very first time I picked up a camera, was with that. So that's the plan. That is the plan. I'm trying to do this as quickly as possible so you guys don't have to wait up for me. There we go. And I'm trying not to have anything hit the floor. So far, I've been doing good. Nothing has hit the floor yet. And I just said that, and a piece of thing fell on the floor. Awesome. I jinxed myself! Well, that was a fun build, my friends. Pretty fun build. Pretty fun build. There we are. Oh, another thing fell on the floor. Awesome. I may have to get a bigger bag. I think next time what I'm going to do is, the next build, I'm going to get a bigger bag, put all this in one big bag, and then put that bag in that one. I like to be organized, but... Oh, here's another brown piece. Here. Let's put the brown piece on here. Yeah, we'll put it right there. Yeah, they are. Yeah, the cameras. I did just jinx it, Danielle. I did. I was like, oh, nothing will hit the floor. And then it hit the floor. But I didn't lose it. I found it. But yeah, those are very sentimental. I want to get both of those cameras. I don't know why my dad didn't keep that camera, because it was my grandpa's, the video camera. I guess they sold it. I think my dad sold it. I never asked him. I think he sold it to get a better camera. I mean, I get it, but I would have loved to have kept it, because that camera means a lot to my grandfather and me, because he filmed almost all the family videos, and then he taught me how to shoot on a camera on that one. And then I know that film camera meant a lot to my dad, and I think the only reason why he sold it was to get a better camera, because I like photography and video. My dad liked more camera photo stuff. But that's fine, because eventually my dad got into video, because once my grandfather passed away, then my dad took over filming all the family stuff and taking the photos. And now that my dad's gone, it's my responsibility to film all the family events, which I have been doing. The last the last big family event was my brother's wedding reception video, which you guys saw. Pretty nice party. I didn't film a lot because my brother's kind of shy and doesn't like to be on camera. He doesn't mind being on camera, but I didn't film him and his wife like opening up any of the presents, but I filmed the highlights of the party. So yeah. And then whenever I die, I'll probably give my channel to Shelton, which is my brother's son, and he's my nephew. And before I die, I'll be like, all right, you got to keep it in the family. You got to keep filming. You got to keep vlogging. You got to keep uploading content. And then I'm going to tell him, before you die, you give it to your son, and so on and so forth. So the Fierce channel will stay online forever. That's right. That's the plan. That is the plan. All right. Here, let me pull the camera closer so you guys can check it out. There we are. All right. Pretty awesome. All right. There we are. Check this bad boy out. There it is. Pretty sweet. Now, Joey, Visions, Lantern, Daniela, Bukaki. This was a tiny piece of shit. This is the Lego one. I built around it. I built a bigger one. Joey, I appreciate the idea about the yellow corn. There's the corn. There's the yellow corn. There's another yellow piece of corn. The mushroom was my idea. The maggot was my idea. And then, like, grass growing out of the shit and all that. Little vines. Little ladybugs eating the shit. Not a bad build. Not a bad build. Lantern, this is in honor of you, my friend. And let's go put it in my room, shall we? Let's go put it in my room. Hell yeah. Visions, what do you think? What do you think, buddy? That's a nice piece of fucking shit. Lantern is the shit master. He is the shit master. And Lantern loves it. He's like farting, puking, shitting his ass off. He filmed himself taking a shit. Me and Visions had the pleasure of that. Vision said, hey, Fierce, guess what? And I was like, what? And he's like, Lantern suspended again. And I was like, yeah, right on. He's like, yeah. He goes, he's using a shitty streaming platform. And I was like, yeah. And he goes, yeah, you can't turn off the camera. I come in, there's Lantern sitting on the toilet, and I was like, I really don't want to see another human being take a shit, but there we are. I fucking lost my mind. And Visions was all like, yeah, Fears, I shit you not. I've been sitting here watching Lantern shit his ass off for 25 minutes. So I only got to see Lantern shit his ass off for 5 minutes, thank God, because he finally finished. But Visions was sitting in there for a good 25 minutes, and I was like, what the fuck, Lantern, are you doing? Anyway, I don't know. Let's put it right over here. I'm going to put it right here. There we are. Right there. Nice. Nice. Pretty sweet. Well, that about sums it up for today, my friends. That was a nice long stream. I'm going to make some dinner. I'm going to take a shower. I'm going to watch probably Warriors first and then Flight Plan. And then I'm going to get on some editing, and then I'm going to go to bed because I got church in the morning. So, yeah, dude. Yeah, dude. But I definitely will take a photo of it and put it in the Discord. Hell yeah. So, yeah. Lantern says, awesome, Fierce. That was all for you, Lantern. That was all for you, buddy. So I hope you guys enjoyed Jeff Goldblum style. That is one big pile of shit. Yes, it was. I guarantee you no other YouTuber has done a Lego piece of shit. But Fears did. Hell yeah. Anything for the fans. Anything for the audience. Within reason. Within reason. Within reason, my friends. And Joey, to answer your question, no, I don't use State Farm. It was a free one. I was at a convention. He's like, hey, you want a pen? I was like, I'll take a pen. And then I took a little notepad, because I'm always writing notes, because Fear sometimes forgets that I have to write myself notes. I feel like I'm fucking 99 years old, writing little notes reminding me stuff to do. But it works. If I forget something, I'll write a little note, and then I put it on my fridge. And it says, Fears, don't forget to go to the doctor's today. I remembered. Thank you. Thank you, Fears, for reminding me. And I grabbed that, and then on the way out, he's like, hey, you want a coffee mug? And I was like, I don't use State Farm, but I'll take a free coffee mug. So, yeah. Danielle says, yeah, that's unique, my friend. I'm glad I caught this. Great stream. Bye, Fears, man. Later, Danielle. See you later. I'm about to sign off. But shout out to the fans. Cheers. I did it for a couple reasons. One, I thought it would be funny, which it was. It was. Two, I didn't really like that Goomba build. I mean, it was all right. It was okay. But it was like Goombas on a tree, and I was like, it's not really a big, epic build. I was like, it's not really going nuts. You know, if it's a Lego build, it needs to be fun, exciting, epic, going nuts, and it just wasn't. It was just kind of like, nah, you know. So I thought, if I take apart that, it's got a bunch of brown pieces, and I could take the little piece of shit and just add on to it, and I was like, there you go. There you go. Well, I hope everybody had a good time. The only negative parts to the stream, Walter, I know you were joking around, but it was kind of trolly. I never once, I always tell people, roll it back. I never once said Kung Fu. Kung Fu. Always. It's undeniable. Kung Fu. So that was kind of trolly. And then, you know, the whole Quentin and Yakov shit. Jesus Christ. Those people are, those guys are fucking mental. But besides that, it was a good stream. It wouldn't be a Fear stream without a tiny bit of drama. Not that I like drama. I don't. But yeah. All right. I'm taking off. Shower. I'm going to shave. Get something to eat. I'm going to watch this movie first. And then I'll probably take a break. I'll watch this. Then I'm going to work on a big vlog. I got a big vlog coming tomorrow. A big one. And I'm going to finish editing it tonight. Debut it tomorrow. So I'll watch this, take a break, finish the edit, upload it, put it on unlisted, and then debut it tomorrow. And then I'm going to watch this, and then I'm off to Betty Buys. So there we are. Landon, I hope you get unsuspended soon, my friend. And quit making a zillion fucking accounts. I'm just saying. Anyway, I'm taking off. Cheers to the fans. But Fears loves you guys. Fears cares about you guys. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to Bukkake on YouTube. Subscribe to Crumbles on YouTube. Subscribe to Joey with the Numbers on YouTube. Subscribe to Fears, Lord Fears on YouTube, the main channel, FearsMan26, and my second channel, Fears Vlogs. And this is Fears. Signing off. Peace. Deuces. And I'll see you guys tomorrow, my friends. Shunk. All right, bye.